Fallout is an expensive video game adaptation series on Amazon Prime, recommended to me by a friend, so I decided to check it out. This one's really interesting. We're focusing on three main characters, really, but the first one is Lucy. Lucy McLean is the daughter of Hank McLean. He's the leader of Vault 33. She's excited because she's about to be married, and she lives in a vault with a bunch of other people, and there was nuclear war 219 years previous, so there's a lot of irradiated people on the surface and mutations and things, but she is a vault dweller, so she's a little bit naive. She does have some basic skills down there, and there's the show does a really good job of showcasing world building. Every episode introduces something new, either a monster or a world building or a flashback. It's really interested in the story and the lore of the games, so you're definitely getting a lot of intriguing story. The other two characters, you get Maximus. He's a member of the Brotherhood, and he basically becomes a squire, and he has to basically be a lackey for knights. They have this giant mech armor, and they have to follow around and do whatever they can to help their knights accomplish the mission of finding old technology, basically. And then the third character is the Ghoul. We find out who he is later, but he basically has been captured by a mob boss or something and slowly kept alive in a graveyard until he escapes. And now he wants the bounty that all three characters are after the bounty. The bounty is a scientist who injected something into his head, and he is being pursued by all forces, all 6 organizations. There's a lot of action in the series, a lot of violent sort of thrills. There are 2 action sequences that are kind of messy, though. They're kind of just like brawls. There's one in the first episode and one in the last episode. Not a big fan of those because they just put music and have like people running at each other. So I think in upcoming seasons they need to have more of a sort of choreography for the action rather than just having people run around in slow motion, because there isn't much of a sort of... I mean, there is some cool stuff with the Ghoul at the end, but I don't like the groups just sort of running at each other. In terms of series finale, not much happens in the last episode. There are some reveals and some twists, but there's no major like character deaths or upgrades or anything really happening. So they definitely leave a cliffhanger for season 2, and there are some major world changes that happened in the last episode. So it went by quick, easy to watch. Season 2 will debut soon, and season 3 has been greenlit. So I definitely enjoyed Fallout season 1.